What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming's Dungeons and Dragons. We are running through the Tomb of Annihilation module using the Roll20 platform online. This is 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and we are in Season 2, Episode 29 now, I believe. We find ourselves in the city of Omu, looking to stop what is plaguing our lands, something called the Death Curse. Which is causing people to not be able to be resurrected when they die, and basically just messing up the balance of death. We believe there's a lich behind this. He is somewhere in this city, and he's using something called a soulmonger to cause this to happen. So where we were last week, we will recap at the beginning of this episode. We typically play for about 2.5 to 3 hours. In our party, we have a bard, a warlock, a rogue, a wizard, and a fighter. So let's jump into the chat and get this thing going.
Think about that for Mike's back.
Give or take 19 seconds.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I don't know that it was the best, but it was the best one I've done today. So.
All right. So for the record, on YouTube posterity, Zigmundo is MVP. I think in large part thanks to his ridiculous fireball that wiped out half of goblin kind. Mm-hmm. So he, as a result, is now going to give us a recap. Where are we at, and why are we here?
New single turn kill count record stands at 10. Is that correct?
I think so.
10. You got to kill more than 10 things in one turn to beat Zigmundo from here on out.
All right. So as we were leaving the other temple, we went down, and we're zigzagging our way across. We came across a bunch of goblins, and due to the fact that we don't trust nobody, we decided to engage them. And as we did, Squawk was basically working his fantastic bard skills and playing and distracting them, and then when that happened, I rained down a massive fireball and killed the vast majority of them in one fell swoop. We then gathered our stuff and then approached another place that we believe to be a temple, and thus we pick up our party.
I believe that we also ended up clearing out an additional temple and picked up the cube going through the Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, minor details like that.
Jason led everyone through the dark through many traps also.
That's right. We spider climbed that.
Yeah. Thanks for recapping everything except for the first 2.5 hours.
Except for the main storyline.
Thanks for recapping what makes you awesome.
Honestly, what's Jason got to do to get a little respect in this recap?
Actually, sorry. Let me go back. We went into a temple where I cast spider climb on everybody.
Well played.
Oh my god. Sometimes last week feels like it happened yesterday, and sometimes last week feels like it happened
a month ago.
Yeah. You got that right.
So forgot about small details like that. I apologize.
Small details.
Okay. So you guys find yourself let me bring up the map of Omu for you here.
Yeah, I forget exactly what was our next location that we were headed for. Were we going across the log, or were we?
No, we were right here.
No, that was the place we all got killed. Well, some people that you guys had never met.
Oh no,
got
that's
killed.
right. Yeah, we went to this building because it looked like a.
All right,
because it had a wall around it, which seems to be some kind of indicator
of potentially a temple. And then we were going to decide whether to go further north up the walkway towards the amphitheater and walled buildings in that area, or across the log to the eastern end of the city.
Huh? So you guys arrive at this building, and as you approach, you see that the perimeter of the building is surrounded by a wall, but this wall looks different than the others you've seen. This wall has intricately inscribed mazes carved all over the wall, as far as you can tell, surrounding the entirety of the wall. The gate itself has a large ornamental metal kind of plaque over the top with old Omuan inscribed upon it.
I look at Orbex and ask, "Can we do what is this? Have you seen this? Can you make any make out what this is? Do you know what this is?"
He's looking, and even as you're saying that, he's reaching into his satchel, and you see him fumbling for a moment before he brings out a large tome that you've seen him keeping notes in before, and he says, "No, I have not seen this, but let me look." And he spends a few seconds flipping between a few different pages, and he says, this is very interesting. This is very interesting indeed. I believe this isn't what you're looking for. This isn't one of the shrines, but this might be one of the ancient academies of the arcane here in Omu, Kafose.
Ooh.
Oh, and what is that?
Well, in the ancient times, there would have been several academies to instruct and teach and the magical ways and the magical arts and alchemy and science. All of this would have been taught to the talented and wealthy locals from one of these institutions, and this was widely rumored to be one of the most prestigious of those institutions.
Okay. Do we want to check?
Orvex says, I would very much be interested in looking inside.
All right. Is there a door to get in? Is this like a building? Like you said, I know that there's a gate. Are we like,
the wall,
is the gate open?
open? Yeah, the gate. There's no actual gate door. This is more like an archway to get inside, and then beyond that archway, you can see the building itself, which you can see that's even the walls of the building have the occasional maze pattern carved into them. You can even see that from this distance.
And does the maze look to be the same pattern as the other ones? Does the maze pattern appear to be the same?
Make an Arcana check. You do not see any repetition in these mazes.
Okay. How complex does the maze look? Like, can I try to figure out the maze? Like, is there a center? Is there like an extra entry point and an exit point to this maze?
On the outer wall.
Sure. On any one particular maze, yes.
So the outer wall, which this perimeter wall, from where you are, you can see that it goes 40 to 50 feet in either direction, and it stands 15 feet tall. And we're talking about, inscribed with a pretty dense maze. So this is a massive maze, probably the biggest maze you've ever seen. You could spend some time trying to see if there's a beginning or end that you could start from.
Okay, now am I seeing the actual maze? Is like the Shining kind of like the maze, or are we looking at like a picture of the maze?
Well, so it's
the maze
more
inscribed on something, I guess is the question.
Yeah, the maze is actually etched into the stonework of this stone wall that surrounds the perimeter of this complex, of this building.
Okay.
And so it's been chiseled into the stone.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to just, while everyone else is doing things, kind of like help Orvex with his transcribing of the maze, and if he's looking at it, try to see if he can help him like kind of decipher what it is and how to navigate it.
He's definitely not transcribing the maze. He has written down a few notes, and you can see he's still writing, but he's not copying the maze. I mean, to copy the maze would be a Herculean effort that would take.
Can I like fly up and? If I fly up, do I see the maze at like the actual layout of the maze, or it just looks like a wall going around the building, right?
It's just going to look like a wall going around a building. It's not. It's the maze is more like
Right.
It's
the maze
a
you would see in
wall with a
newspaper.
maze drawn on
Right,
it.
it's on
Is
it,
what
right?
it
No,
is.
I think you know what. I think that it's sorry. You know, the way that it was described, like to say like it was the biggest maze, is like I didn't understand what that meant. Because like, wait, do I actually see the maze? Like it's just because it's
You
just
do see the
looking-
maze with your eyeballs.
Which
If-
way
if
does the
I might-
maze swing? Is it open?
If I might interject in one sentence, Jason will support Orvex's desires and guard Orvex
Okay.
as regards to this building.
Yeah. This guy seems like he's helped us enough. Maybe if he wants to go in here, we can help him.
I am a big fan of him ever since he stabbed the robots inside the place where many of us died. He's
Okay,
like a mascot to me now, and I'm really attached to him.
Mascot. Nice. All right. So let me check something here.
He's got spunk.
We are the fighting Orvexes.
The fighting Orvex.
or Vexen.
That's the correct plural.
That's
right.
the plural. If you had more than one.
So do you all walk towards? Walk through the gate, the archway towards the building.
No.
I'd like to stay on the. No. Okay.
I would advocate for whatever Orvex wants to do and follow him in, or lead in and have him come behind me if that's what he wants.
Yeah. So Orvex starts to gesture towards and makes motion towards the building.
All right, so I'll go in front of him. I'll be his
Okay.
Kevin Costner to his Whitney Houston.
All right. So two of you head in. It sounds like Gordon, you're staying outside the archway.
Well, no, I mean, you asked if we all just go in. I was like, no, I don't just go in. We want to. That seems like a bad plan in any building.
So Jason and Orvex are approaching the building. Is everybody approaching with?
I'm with them. I know
Sure.
I'm with them, kind of like third in line.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a little bit behind the party and stealthed up, kind of hanging to the walls.
And how about you, Zigmundo?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back on the outside, looking at. So the maze, to be clear, is on the walls.
It is on the outside wall of the.
Yeah.
You've
So
seen
I'm gonna-
Labyrinth, right?
I'm gonna hang out and just kind of keep investigating what this actually means on the maze.
Okay, so you're still outside the perimeter.
Correct.
Let me know if you see an inchworm. That gives you a secret path.
Okay, and so you guys, as you approach the building, and Jason, this would mostly be you seeing this. You see that this building, even though it is run down, it is old. It's in better shape than many of the buildings you've seen, and you can tell that it was probably quite grand in its day, and that you start to notice runes carved into and around all of the window portals and the front door as well. And the front door appears to be made out of wood, and that's the first, I think, wooden door you've seen so far in Omo. It is closed.
I would ask Orvex what he wanted to do here.
Orvex turns to Jason and says, "Well, there's I don't know what would be left inside. The door makes me think perhaps we'll be in luck. But there could be a trove of information here, magical secrets, long lost spells, scrolls, alchemical recipes. It's quite exciting. I don't know what to
Is he
expect."
getting an erection?
Ew. Don't answer that.
Roll an
Don't
investigation
answer
check.
that.
But he's pretty excited. You can
Objection.
see he's pretty thrilled. And
All
so
right.
he says, "Yeah, we'll see. Perhaps it's all lost to time, but I remain hopeful."
All right, so I'll say, okay, buddy. I believe in you and your goals, and then I'll see if the door can just open first before I attempt any more violent means of.
Okay. So you try to open the door a bit, and you notice that it's not locked, but when you try to open it, it doesn't open more than a few centimeters. Something behind it seems to have blocked the way towards opening it.
All right, I'd like to try to push it open.
Just like giving a nice little push, or pushing.
No, like
hard?
shoulder in,
Okay.
like center of gravity.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check. Nice. All right. Boom. A bookshelf collapses behind it. You can hear books tumble down to the floor. And
Sorry,
the,
Orvex. I
the
knocked
door
all over the
swing-
stuff.
the door swings open, and you see a long hallway leading into a large center room with a stairwell going up to a second floor here, and all through the door you can see a ways to the back. There's darkness beyond, but you can see a few flickering torchlights in the distant parts of the building.
Torchlights. Well, that would suggest someone has been here recently. So, I'd like to holler to the group over and let them know that we may have an inhabited structure here. And, also perhaps a trove of knowledge that could be useful to some of us. So to bunch up a bit so as to be prepared in case of unexpected circumstances.
Okay.
I wink at him.
And come near?
Yeah, I mean, where are you? Did you go in the building, or are you?
No, we're just outside the doorway.
Well, then no, I didn't move yet because you're in the same spot.
I would like everyone. I'd like to gesture for everyone to be within movement distance of the doorway. Is essentially what I'm asking.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll move up.
Universal Concord. Okay. And then I'll say, okay, Orvex, any guesses as to why there might have been a bookcase stacked up here? I'm willing to go in for you here, buddy, but any insight you can give me, all the better for stabbing with.
Right. So he says, well, I couldn't say. This is my first time here as well.
Sure.
It's impossible to say. Is that a new occurrence, or was that decades old?
All right.
But if
So
there's anybody here, they likely know we've arrived.
Well, sure. Yeah, that's a given. So
Old man, what is this place?
This is an institute of learning for the arcane arts, for magical spells.
Don't you listen?
Any other.
Sorry.
It's
I heard what was in it, but I missed exactly.
basically it's like a school. It's like a school of arcane arts.
Okay, gotcha.
So I will settle my way in through the door and say, hello, hello, we are here for arcane arts, etc. And then move in just maybe 10 feet.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ew,
Okay.
that's not great.
You don't hear anything at the moment.
Okay.
So Orvex follows in beside you, and you find that you're in about a 15-foot wide hallway. There are sort of little half walls coming out at 2 points along the highway, giving that look like there was probably art upon them once upon a time. The walls themselves appear to be quite stained with age and mildew. You can see kind of where some of the wall is fresher than other parts where maybe art was stolen off the walls in the intervening years. In the darkness beyond, again, you see that grand central staircase, and then kind of some light flickering out from behind it, and off to your right, you see some flickering light as well. So Orvex steps up beside you. What's everybody else doing?
I'm coming in.
Okay, so Zygmundo, as soon as you
I'm gonna go
cross,
grab a pencil so I can draw this out because I learned a lesson from last
there
week.
will be a map.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about
I was like, this is gonna be last week again. I need my graph paper.
No.
We got lucky.
With
I
a little bit of
I printed out graph paper.
So hold on. So Zygmundo, as
Sorry,
soon as you walk through the archway, you immediately feel that the air around you, the kind of undercurrent of magic that you pull from is supercharged here. You can feel kind of it tingling in your skin, hairs raising on your arm. It's you sense that magic will not behave normally here.
It will not behave what?
Normally.
When does his magic ever behave normally?
Touche.
When does that ever happen?
What is normal to Zygmundo?
If Zygmundo casts here, it would go like he expected? Is that what we just
All 20s all the time.
Okay, so
Roll for initiative. I'm gonna be going early in the round, guys.
sure, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. That sounds good.
Oh,
Oh, really? Sorry.
it's a funny joke
idea.
I'm telling where someone gets stabbed and it's me. I don't have are there icons here? Am I missing?
Yeah, there. You got to move up a little bit. You probably got
Scroll up or
focus on the
down.
bottom.
Middle left.
There we are. Okay. Whoa, we're big.
Well, you're
Yeah,
zoomed
big
in.
mouth.
Just zoom out.
Wow, we're small now.
Oh, we're so small. We're so insignificant.
Guys, this website sucks.
I
What
don't
is
know.
this? A temple for ants?
I don't know. I don't know where I count in this world anymore. There we go.
Okay.
I will defer to Jason on the initiative.
So let me descend. Okay.
I'll go
So
first.
Jason.
I've been sort of leading Orvex in here, so. All right. Do I perceive any reason that I might be in an initiative order right now, or?
No. Remember, initiative is just, it doesn't mean you're in combat. All it means is that we're tracking time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I will move one square short of the stairwell to try to perceive what's on either end.
Here?
Yep. Check my corners. Good FBI tactics.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So you can generally see what you can see. All right. So
Yeah.
so you
ready
see
in action that should I be attacked by anything, I would counterattack it.
Okay. So you see hallways extending down your left and your right, and you can see that the hallway to your right, which is the south, is lit.
Yeah.
Lit AF.
No.
Nope. Just lit. Regular lit only. And from where I am standing, it also seems that there is a hallway behind the stairwell, or some sort of enclave back there. Some sort of part of the room behind the stairwell.
Yeah, it looks like you can see some of that. Yes.
Leading to
yes, there is another
this
hallway.
is a northwest map leading to the east.
There is another hallway on the eastern side behind the stairwell, and you can see that there's some flickering light coming from that direction as well.
And nice. Okay. And I would indicate seems clear to the group with my hand signals.
What is the hand signal for clear? Signal for clear?
Seems clear.
Here it is.
Seems.
I thought that was jazz hands.
It's
All right.
it can be two things. It can also be something jazzy is happening up here. It's
We're on.
either one is fine.
No jazz in D&D. I'm going to Firefox is acting weird. I do this.
You have a Firefox? Is that like a familiar or?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna just armor up basically. Last an hour.
Alright.
Just move About 10 feet behind Jason.
Right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Vanguard. What?
Okay. Assuming you're done with your turn, Squawk.
That's
it's
it.
Now your turn.
How big is this room?
Which room?
The room that we're in. This
Exactly
area.
as big as you say.
You are in a hallway. The
Right.
hallway is dark, and it's about you feel like it's roughly 5 to 10 feet on either side of you,
Okay.
and it's quite long.
Whatever. Oh fuck.
A 3 with a
Why are
+1
you rolling?
modifier.
What are you rolling for?
My claustrophobia.
Ah, okay.
You're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing it for
I see.
myself.
You're
Okay, so I want to cast Dancing Lights to kind of go in here. Is Dancing Lights going to provide any more illumination for the group in this? Given the
It
darkness.
would, and so a few of you, primarily you actually, can't see much right now.
Oh yeah, so then I'm going to cast Dancing Lights to kind of go down the hallway, and to use that to kind of scout out before I fully try to just get into the room, before I get into the hallway.
Okay, so give me a second here.
Now he has to roll initiative for everybody else in the library here.
You now see giant book monsters.
Bug monsters. Oh fuck! Yeah, you do see book monsters.
Light him up.
Oh no!
No,
I
no, no.
can't see
This is
him.
I'm just using this as his
Those
light.
are the lights. Oh, those are cool symbols.
It's a moon.
Oh,
So
No moon.
It's like a. It's
I
like
can-
a
Not the
world of
moon.
I can move the moon, Nick, for you if you'd like.
Like
So
a
we'll
Death
use
Star.
that as the dancing light, and then you
It's
kind of
like
let
a
me know.
moon.
okay, and you can move it for me.
I can.
Go ahead and move it to where Jason is.
In front of me, behind me, to the right.
In front of Jason. Okay, and can you move it to the north of him one?
How
Maybe
far?
we-
How far can you move dancing lights in one turn?
It says 60 feet, I thought it would have said, didn't it? Oh, my frozen my bonus action? As a bonus action, you can move the lights up
Okay.
to 60 feet on a new spot.
Okay, so you're going to use your action to cast dancing lights. Now you're
Right.
using your bonus action to
So
move
it's
it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Okay,
40,
so you got
40, 50. 50 is to the north of Jason.
Mhm. Yep, so you got another 25.
35.
feet.
40 is north, and then 45 is to the
Okay,
left.
so- Yep.
Unless I can just move 5 feet as a diagonal. But we've generally said that that doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't see anything. Oh, I guess my line of sight is it being blocked by something else?
Probably.
Ah, okay, then I'll just leave it here for the moment, and that'll end my turn.
Okay. Dorban.
All right, I'm gonna move up to here. I don't know what do I have to go around that corner there? Just want to know where I am for.
Yeah, you would have to go around the wall.
Hey, man.
So you probably used.
All right,
They used 20 feet of movement to do that.
20 feet. Am I stealth from that roll I had earlier, or can I roll to stealth if I'm not?
Well, I don't think I ever asked you to roll.
No, you didn't. So I will re-roll for it then. I did roll.
So you're going to take the hide action?
I'd like to take the hide action.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
So that's the end of my turn.
All right, Zigmundo.
I'm going to cautiously approach up to directly to the west of Gordon.
I got a fist
There we
bump.
go. There. Bump. I lean in close and I say, "Do you see anything funny over here?"
Other than your face.
Yes. Other than your face.
I'd like to peek my head
No,
from
no, I
behind
don't.
the curtain. I want to peek my head from behind the curtain. I'm hiding behind and go, shh, I'm not here.
This is a burgeoning bro friendship right here.
Okay, so what are we? 1, 2, 3,
Buddy
4,
cop
that's-
movie in the making.
Yeah, seriously. I'm secret.
I'm gonna move right.
Find me.
I'm gonna move right behind Jason, and then I would also like to make a perception check to see if I notice anything that looks especially magical.
Okay, go ahead and make the perception check. Go. So let's see. From where you are right now, you see this grand central area. You saw some books behind you, just a few books. There's possible that some of those books are magical in nature. But right now, you just see a large central room with the staircase going up into the darkness. You don't see anything particularly magical at the moment.
Okie dokie. That ends my turn.
Okay, and so Orvex kind of comes up and is whispering forward towards Jason. What do you see? Is there anybody else here?
Anybody? No. I mean, seems a little library. I mean, I guess we'll sweep the first floor and then head up to the second. If you have anything in mind, by all means, read it or whatever you do.
Oh well, we should look for magical books and scrolls and this is going to be so exciting.
Okay, Jason just sort of side-eyes the row of books that we just knocked over.
And those books are back here over by the front.
Yeah, just not saying anything, just sort of giving them a noticeable glance that there's like hundreds of books like right behind us.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that will do it for his turn. But before your turn begins,
Dun dun dun.
Obviously, nothing is ever easy. We can't just read our tomes.
Let's try diplomacy.
Hello, gas. Hello, various ghouls that want to eat my neck. Can I offer you different necks? I know of 30 well-cooked goblin corpses that you can find within walking distance.
all right. So before
Feel like we're meat.
as you move deeper into the large room and you're whispering back to Orvex, you hear a loud, deep voice echo from behind the steps somewhere. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Okay, and I would say, well, you know, adventurers, scholars, people looking to uncover mysteries, as I'm sure you are. Perhaps we could exchange secrets.
It'd be best if you leave now.
Well, you know, we're really keen on all the secrets. And, you know, we've come a long way. So I feel like it would be a waste if we just left right now. So maybe we could just talk about it.
This is your final warning. Leave now.
Oh, well, you see, I'm not so cool on warnings.
And
They
Jason,
feel like
now,
ultimatums to me.
and Jason, it's your turn now.
It's my turn. Okay, so I'd like to move. Let's see. As far as you said that I'm hearing the voice from behind the stairway.
You are.
Okay. 5,
Okay,
10,
Vance, good
15, 20, 25, 30. I'd like to move right there.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay, give me a second here.
Hey guys, are we in a 1986 song produced by Giorgio Moroder, published by Sony Music? Because we're in the danger zone.
You've been watching BoJack Horseman.
Okay, so Jason, as you move around the steps, you
I like
you do
my
see.
attempt at diplomacy, by the way. I thought it was pretty good.
It was so bad that he didn't even say make a diplomacy check.
It wasn't even an option. It's not really Jason's bag, to be honest.
So
It's not
so
his
you
thing.
you see a you do see a couple figures in the hallway ahead of you. You see they seem to be armed both with kind of crossbows peeking out from behind these half walls that are jutting out of the hallway. You can kind of see them peeking their head around the corner and then popping right back, but you can see kind of just the edge of parts of the crossbow
Right.
that they couldn't fully hide.
Right. And okay, so just as a bonus action, I would just be like, "Hey, friends, we don't need to be at odds here. We can all get what we wanted. Knowledge is for everyone, right? Let's talk it out."
Nothing to talk about. Leave.
Okay, well, I'll just confer with my my party here, and I'm sure we'll be out of your way in just a second. And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking. Sorry. Is this thing on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you haven't said anything.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stand here. And end my turn.
So you pass?
I pass.
Oh my god. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot for having my back there.
I got your back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We'll
And
see.
so the rest of you, including you, Gordon, would have heard this exchange because it was being shouted quite loudly.
Yeah, I'm not subtle.
Yeah. Squawk, you're up.
Sure. I will. Do I have enough? How high is this hallway? Can I fly? Can I fly somewhat comfortably?
Well, what would be comfortable to you? Because it's like a 10-foot tall highway. Hall.
Yeah, that's barely comfortable. I've already failed my check, so I could fly. Yeah, how high is this? I'll go ahead and fly through and land here and come to about here first, which I should probably. Yep, that's exactly where I want to be. Okay. Is there anything else that I want to bring the dancing light down now?
Okay. To where? Can you just ping where you want it?
Okay. So now I'm gonna have it kind of like follow me, and I would like to just move to where the rest of it is now. To move where the dancing light is, and then push it up to here. Can I like? You see what I'm doing? Like I'm using my movement and bonus action to kind of at the same time.
Yeah,
now?
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so for what I'm doing is I'm just gonna use this as my light source to kind of follow me to
Yeah,
guide it through
I
it.
totally get it.
How about down here?
legit.
All right. How about That's probably about all I can do now. Okay.
Okay.
Then that'll end my turn.
So as you get there, Squawk, and you're kind of hiding behind this this pillar to your east. To your south, you see a few torches lighting up this room to the south, and in this southern room, you see hundreds, perhaps thousands of books laying scattered on the floor. A few toppled over bookshelves, and you do see a few human figures, kind of one hiding behind a bookcase, and the other behind the corner at the long end of the hallway, and you catch a bit of the wardrobe of one of the individuals. You see a long red robe.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
These guys.
Hang on 1 second.
These guys.
Wait, these are our friends.
No. These are not our friends.
Oh, okay.
No, they are.
There's still like 20. I still have about 20 feet of movement with this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I swing this down 5, 10, 15, 20 down to the south too?
Just ping me where you want it. I don't think that did much for you, but yeah.
It did not do much. I think had I known that, I would have not sent it over there. But that's cool. Actually, I can't do anything else because it's blocking because there's a hallway there. So that actually is what all I would have done anyway. So cool. All right. All right. Corbin's turn.
All right.
Okay. So am I to understand this correctly? They are up the steps in the middle, or around the.
No. So
sorry.
the steps ascend into a dark upper floor. You can't see anything at the end of those steps.
That does go up.
Yes, you see from where you are.
I don't think I see really much of anything, honestly.
Yeah, you don't see much of anything. You can see a little bit of this hallway to the south of Squawk.
Yeah.
You can see there's a hallway there, and you can see that it's flickering with artificial light.
So I'm going to assume that there's a pillar on the other side here. So I'm going to move forward. Do you want me to move myself or?
So you want to move here?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And you can now see that there is a hallway at the eastern side of the steps as well.
Can I see this individual who you described as dipping kind of back and forth?
Yeah, you can see just barely. You can see parts of that person. Like they're kind of casually like poking their head out from time to time. Parts of their body are hanging over the edge.
I'm going to ready here and take a set a reaction to if they fire a bolt, I want to fire back at them immediately.
Okay.
Or whatever is kind of visible. So hand, foot,
sure.
cross.
Yeah. Got it.
So I'm going to ready up and watch his back. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Zigmundo.
I am going to I'm going to first head up to 1, 2, 3, 15 feet. You mind if I move myself? I don't want to overstep boundaries here.
So a fireball right around here.
No. No. But I appreciate the spunk involved in that statement. I'm going to move myself over to here.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like I can kind of, let's see, one that was 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move up to the western side of that bookcase in front of me.
Okay.
All right. Oh my. Well, I don't want to set the castle on fire again.
I mean, ancient knowledge, things on fire.
Righto. Okay. I'm gonna then use one of my last steps of movement to move back west, and I am going to set a shall I be attacked? A reaction of firebolt to the counter, and I'm going to also let them know loudly that we are just looking for more information. We're not here to harm or burn anybody.
Horribly maim or skull.
We're not here to terribly maim you or anything.
Third-degree burns just sort of follow us around.
And
you might have heard that we burn everything we come across, but
all right. Okay, and so Orvex turns over to you, Gordon, and says, well, "What should we do? There's somebody here. Should we leave?"
We're gonna see how this plays out. We're gonna try to we're gonna try diplomacy again. We're the do factor is gonna kick in here. I got a good feeling.
He said, "Oh, okay. So should I stay here, or what should I do?"
You just hang here with me.
Okay. And you see him kind of cautiously grab onto his dagger, but he looks pretty afraid. Okay. And so that's it for Orvex's turn. So those there. All right, so you hear that gruff voice call and say, "I already told you to get out of here. There's nothing here for you. My employers have said that we have to secure the perimeter. We're gonna have to take you out by force if you don't go out willingly." And you see the one here fires a shot at Jason, and Jason, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. I don't feel like I'm known for my insight, but sure.
Oh, God.
Okay. So it flies past you and into the wall about 2 feet from your head.
Do I get my reaction?
Yeah, you get your reaction now. Okay, so you took that shot at him?
Yes.
All right, so you see this
And
happen.
away we go.
The guy
They
kinda
shot
ducks
first.
out from-
That was a warning
ducks-
shot. It was not an
I
attack.
gave a warning shot back because I'm not going to hit him.
So the guy ducks out from behind the wall. Shoot. The bolt flies just past Jason's head, and as soon as you do that, you see his eyes go wide as Dorbin slides out, lets one loose, flies through the air, barely misses, like grazes, like you see a little drip of blood as it grazes his cheek and embeds into the bookshelf beyond here. All right. Okay, and you hear him shout, "Those fuckers! They attacked us!" You hear another shout of a woman shout out, "Kill them! Kill them! We can't use our spells!" Let's see. So, another one on the southern end of the hallway pokes his head out and is going to take a shot at Jason.
At a 21. Stand by 1 second. Yes. See, I will use my reaction, which I think makes that. No, never mind. I will not.
Okay, so that hits you for 8 points of damage as one of the bolts flies through the air, hits you in the arm, and cuts straight in and out through the back of the arm.
Don't care for that. Don't like that one bit.
Another guy runs out of the southern hallway, and you look at him, Squawk, as he's running towards you, and he's wearing leather armor, doesn't appear to be wearing a red robe, is wielding a large mace and has a crossbow swung over his back, and he swings that mace down towards you. This is that Squawk. Misses, swings again.
Ooh.
Hitting you for 6.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Why is my armor class 10? That doesn't seem right.
Why did the black guy yo-yo back and forth?
I removed the wrong guy.
Magic.
14. Oh, it depends on my altitude. He swung at me even though I'm 10 feet in the air? I guess you could. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
You are not 10 feet in the air.
Right, I'm not. I look at my
The
altitude.
ceiling is 10 feet in the air.
I'm not on the ceiling. Yeah, that's fine. For all intents and purposes, I am flying, but I am not like flying.
Yeah. I've removed your altitude there. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just going to position everybody and then we'll deal. Okay. All right. So, let's see. We're going to have all right. So another crossbow bolt flies out of the eastern hallway towards Squawk, but this time at Squawk, you're gonna get partial cover on this one.
Didn't think it's gonna help, but okay.
Well, it does.
It does.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Zig, we're gonna the one of these thugs looks like a mercenary. Comes forward and swings his mace down at you,
Oh lordy.
hitting you for 3. Comes back up, swings again, hitting you for 9.
No, wait. Why is it 9 instead of 3?
Because he
did
actually
a double
has
attack.
advantage on this.
Okay.
And
Wait,
Jason.
hold on. Where's my reaction on this one?
Ah, yeah,
You
good
can
point.
use it.
Okay, yes, you can use your reaction.
So so you just want me to use it now as though, because I did say if I'm being attacked, so I didn't know if that triggered
take
before the
effect
attack or after the
it'll
attack.
It'll take effect after the first attack, before the second. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It'll take effect after the second attack, because it's after
Okay.
the attack action.
Fair enough.
Like you're getting your action now that their action is complete. All right. That goes wide, so it doesn't hit. But do me a favor and roll a D100.
Buddy.
Whoosh, library.
Remember the whole don't use spells thing?
Yeah, it's the flames of Tressendar all over again. Will be the flames of Omu now.
Okay. You feel like as you cast that spell, you actually hold on a second.
Oh boy. This is gonna be rough. You got a
You
stick
feel
or something?
energized. You feel energized
Oh!
by the action. You feel a bolt of adrenaline, and you regain 4.
Full what?
And I what? You cut out.
You regain 4 HP.
Oh, hot diggity.
Nice. I guess it's totally random what happens to you if you cast a spell in here. Oh, that could be so dangerous on both ends. Oh my god.
Maybe what I should do is just use the wacky wand, like nonstop, just wacky wand everything.
Just to double chaos it? Maybe
not?
Okay.
normal.
All right. So Jason, one of the thugs next to you swings his mace down at you. He has advantage on this. 7.
Yeah, all right.
7 damage.
Just 7, yeah.
Yep. The other one, also with advantage, swings his mace down at you. Hitting for 5.
Shit, all these 21s, if they had just been 20s. All right.
Let's see. A bolt flies out of the air towards you, Zigmundo.
Oh Jesus! Heavy crossbow.
Does not hit you.
Damn right.
All right. And that is going to be the end of their turn. So it is your turn now, Jason.
All right. So I'll just like spit out a wad of blood and then give him like a little grin and be like, "Such a shame we could have read the books together." And then I'll start chopping. And I will chop first at my friend right next to me, right in front of me here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do. Where's my attacks? There we are.
That will hit.
That will hit. Okay.
And actually, just you slice, you eviscerate him, and his guts just fall out. He grabs towards his intestines and drops to the ground.
And I laugh at him thusly. And then I will take my rapier attack at the one.
Oh, I'm
just-
sorry. No, that's not what happens. I was looking at his AC, not his HP.
What are you doing?
It does it does hurt him, and you see kind of cut across the stomach, and you can see a bit of intestine come out, but he squishes it back in with his fingers and snarls at you.
All right. So, and then I'll use a superiority die to apply a disarming attack to him
Okay.
because I hit him with that,
Yep.
right?
Okay. So he takes an additional. Well, does he have to make any save here? So he makes a
Well, it's
strength
a
save.
DC of 15 for strength. He takes 1 damage, and then if he fails it, then he loses his weapon.
Okay. So he does take 1 damage though.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so then I'll use my offhand attack to stab at the one to the south of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that will hit, and that hits him for 8
Okay.
damage.
And I will use another superiority die to do another disarming attack against that guy
Okay.
for another 2
so-
damage.
All right, and so he is disarmed as the mace gets dropped out of his hand,
Okay,
clatters
and
on the
then
floor.
my second longsword attack will go back to the guy to the north of me.
Okay. Yep, and that hits.
Damn. Bada
Yeah.
bing.
And he's
You bloody
Bada
adjacent,
bing.
you're gonna get stabbed.
you kind of swing back in and cut again along his stomach and opens up another line, just grasping with one hand on his guts and holding the mace with the other. All right, is that it for your turn?
And I use the bonus action for the rapier, so yes, that is my turn.
All right, Gordon.
I
Right,
guess
Ginger.
I pass. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
I'll stab you next, I swear to God.
Yes. I hold hands with Orvex. I'm gonna move to the south of Zig.
Okay.
20 feet. Look, all the stuff I can see. Whoa. And the one that was right next to him attacked him. Is that right?
It did.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna hit him with the old hex blade. Pull out my 2-handed sword and miss because I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I'm gonna swing again at him.
Okay.
And that was a
one
big
does
6 I rolled on that one. And okay. And yeah, that's it.
hit. Okay.
All
Squawk,
right.
you're up.
Oh, squawk's
Alright.
up. Sorry.
All right. I'm gonna look at the guy to my south, and there it is, and ask him, "Hey, are you illiterate? Because you can't spell right now." And I'm gonna viciously mock him.
All right.
I get it.
Let's see. Does not work. All right. So he takes 3 damage. The guy to your south, correct?
Yes.
All right. And so he has disadvantage on his next attack roll. Okay. And go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
That counts as a spell?
It does.
Is it not?
It is.
It is a
It's a
spell.
Has to make a spell save.
Oh, that's fine. It was a cantrip, so it's not really a spell.
Cantrips are
It's a
spells.
It's a spell.
Now go ahead and roll a D10 for me, please.
Oh god.
God.
Okay.
Meryl's nodding his head like, "Oh, that's good."
No, that is good. Probably.
Because that's the damage you're going to take.
It's the lowest
Hold on,
amount of
is it
damage
window?
possible.
Actually, well, hold on.
Uh-oh.
All of you take 1 point of damage. Holy
That's
crap.
why I was nodding my head.
Why? What happened?
So
I'll
here's.
tell you in a second.
It wasn't a
We all
melee
know
attack,
Count
right?
Nick. Yeah, not you, Nick. You don't take damage, okay?
Okay.
That was not a melee attack, right?
Everyone except
That
for
was
Private
non-melee.
Pile does 30 push-ups. Christ.
This is so annoying to do this a million
Can't we
times
just
for
hit him with our
1
sticks?
damage each.
Can't we just stab away?
Okay, I'll
anything?
take 1 damage too.
You did not kill anything.
Nick wiped out the entire room with that move.
You know
Somewhere
what,
there was a
Right.
giant rat that got killed too.
but you know what that could do is, like, if someone had a concentration spell up, like, totally fuck it up. You know?
Nick, you gain 13 health, but you can't go over
Oh my
your
God.
maximum.
Oh, that
You
was like
suck health
a
away from us like a vampire.
that was a life drain of
Yeah.
some kind. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
so you cast a
How
spell and
many
all of
of
a sudden
us
you
are
can
there?
feel like all around you this life force suck into this vacuum you feel inside of your soul. It makes you feel a little bit better.
Do I get
I
bonus hit
needed
points?
that.
Do I get
You
ex-
do
do
not
I-
need- no,
Okay.
there's no temporary hit points, so it's just going to put you up to your max, assuming.
I think it's not 47. All right. That'll do it for my turn.
All right.
Thought
Dorban.
You were a bird, but you
I'm gonna move up
vampire
here.
bat.
And what kind of cover do I have to this guy?
To that guy, none.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take a attack at him with sneak attack because of Jason's proximity.
Okay. Yep.
Boy. Oh boy, that's a 2 right there.
Yeah.
my-
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
That's the. You know what? No, I'm gonna move back. Yeah. Actually, no, I'll use my bonus action here to re-hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth. Okay. All right. And
Our rolls are
Yeah.
fucking money tonight. Like 2s and 1s galore.
Good
I had a
lord, if
1
I
on
had
my
rolled-
I had a 1 on my sneak attack roll too.
If I rolled a 10, I would have healed for 120 points of damage.
130.
Yep.
That's a lot of healing. Is that the biggest heal of the game so far?
Nah.
well, the 12 that you got is probably not the biggest.
No.
Right?
Well,
You're,
it's a 12. Well, yeah, well,
no,
okay. Yeah.
you're-
I was
you're
able to do a
adding-
fistful of berries for 10.
Yeah.
What you could have rolled is not what counts as.
Right.
Well, it's overheal.
A little bit.
No, but
You're-
you only got like 13.
Yeah, you're adding hit dice to our short rest is healed for more than that,
True.
All right, so Zigmundo, it is your turn.
which we will need presently because I am being stabbed to death. Everyone just
And your life essence is being sucked from you.
takes it in stride, and my own party's leeching my life away.
So I'm gonna make a deep reach into a pocket of one of my robes,
Oh god.
and
Oh
I'm
Lord! And you're gonna whip it out in front of everybody?
not that deep. and I'm gonna pull out the warhammer that I found months ago. And
Oh my god.
and in
Hilarious!
action, I'm just gonna backhand this guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell something to the effect of, "It's hammer time!"
Oh, nice. I'll give you advantage on the attack for the
Completely forgot
pithy
you had a
one-liner.
warhammer. For remembering you had a warhammer, you get advantage. And it's still useless.
Are you,
All right,
are you
so
proficient with warhammers?
No.
No.
All right, so the advantage I gave him, the disadvantage that he has, cross out, meaning he's still got a 13. All right,
Well,
so
well, hang on.
It says a proficiency of
He,
3.
he
on
got a
there.
10 is what he got.
A 10 is his roll.
I see.
Because it's a 3
Why is that
proficiency.
coming in as proficient? Hang on. That's a good point.
Guarantee you're not proficient with warhammers.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
don't
are.
get your proficiency.
Well, you're a...
It might
I'm
be
an
a
elf.
simple weapon, is it?
A warhammer?
I would have added it from the compendium. I wouldn't have gone ahead and
A
Right, but the
regular.
compendium doesn't know.
It's
whether you're
1d8, so
proficient
it's
or not.
probably not. I mean,
Well, this is the attack
Okay.
roll, is what the proficiency does.
oh, I know, but I'm saying it's probably not a heavy weapon if it's
No,
only doing
yeah,
1d8.
a warhammer is a martial weapon, which I
Wizards
highly
are
doubt you're
famously
proficient in.
not proficient with martial weapons.
With any weapons.
Did you get
I
the
mean-
chicken off of the rolling corpse?
So go
Would
ahead and
that
roll
you
one more
were.
time. Zig,
That's sort of
'cause
my
I did
bag.
give you I did give you advantage on this. So let's see
Right,
if the
so
advantage
you can
will
roll again.
matter.
All right. I've taken proficiency off. How about that?
Okay.
20.
That-
Oh God, that's why it's happening to all of them.
So you swing and you for a second you lose your grip and you and to pull it back in. Unfortunately, you do no damage.
Can I let the warhammer just fly out of my hand?
You just don't want it.
Sure, yeah. Crack, 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 crack as it runs into the bookshelf to your left, and you just see books fly, pages falling to the ground.
Maybe if you sprayed him with a water bottle or something, it was
Just too heavy anyway.
I'm afraid to use that water bottle in here.
beat him with the remains of the chicken.
Hey,
All right,
hey,
is
hey.
that the end of your
Dr.
turn?
Squeaks. That really is the end of my turn. We're
The
done. here.
chicken neck.
All right.
I slap him with the chicken neck. 1
Right,
point
so
of
Orvex
shock.
runs up here and whispers to you, Gordon. What? I don't know what to do. You said to stay with you.
Where is he? I can't see him.
He's up. He's next to
He's
me.
northwest
What
of you by one.
Okay, the wall. The
Oh
wall's
yeah, he's on.
blocking him.
There's another pool there. Here, I'll say he goes there.
Okay. I'll say just stay behind me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. God. All right. And their turn. All right. We will start with.
Oh God, here comes the punches.
Let's see. All right. A bolt is gonna fly towards you, Gordon. And 18 to hit, 6 damage.
So you're rolling with advantage by default. Is that by default, or is that because they have advantage?
It's not because they have advantage in this case. Some of them
But
have
it-
advantage, some of them don't.
But we all know how it works. Leftmost is the real roll. So
No, but I mean, there's spells or actions people can take to give them disadvantage on their rolls, and
If you do something like that, I will re-roll.
Well, which one was
I
that?
won't
Because
use.
Nick
I
gave
won't use the
disadvantage.
existing roll.
Was that this one by any chance? Because Nick gave
No.
disadvantage on attack on that one.
It was not that one.
Okay.
all right. Well, he hits me.
Okay, so you take 6 damage.
Right.
All
Do you
right,
kill
so the one next to Zigmundo is going to attack Zig with the mace. This time
oh,
with
famously terrible. All right.
this is with advantage.
Oh no!
Actually, I'm sorry. No, it's not. This one's not.
Oh,
I read.
This is a
I read the
roller
rule
coaster
wrong.
what an
Emotional.
emotional roller coaster!
So this does not have advantage. All right. Did I? So that one did hit you, I think.
You
Hold
can
on.
miss
Which one am I
that.
looking at?
Yeah, you're better than 12.
That's not the. That's the AC he has right now.
AC is currently temp. AC is 1, so I'm 13
13. Armor
Okay.
of Agathis.
because I have the glass staff of
No,
defense. so I have
I'm
a
armor of
basic
Agathis.
12
I see. Okay.
plus the
got it.
1 from the staff.
Okay. All right. So the thug next to Squawk is going to swing, and this time with advantage.
Even has
Oh
disadvantage.
no.
Oh, good point. So the advantage and disadvantage cancel out, so he doesn't have either.
So just 6.
So he gets 24
No,
anyway.
he still has a natural 24. Yeah, doesn't in this case.
Oh no.
So you take 12 damage to Squawk.
Oh. Fate is not your friend today.
And let's see on the next attack roll. Okay, and so in this one he's going to have advantage because the insult only affected the first attack.
Right.
Oh my
brutal.
god.
Wow!
And this is how Squawk ends it.
Into the pit with you!
All right, Jason. You've got 2 attacks coming from the northernmost one, both with
Okay.
advantage.
Really? Is that something that they did special?
It's a thing.
Same thing they've been doing to everybody.
Alright, well, 11 ain't gonna do it. And
19.
I will use my reaction on the second one with my rapier to up my AC to 21.
Okay.
So that one doesn't hit either.
Okay. 2 more from the thug next to him.
Oh. Oops. Probably would have saved it 3 bludgeoning, but oh well.
All right. but
Okay,
it's-
I'll miss.
Okay.
You ain't gonna hit me. You're all going down.
All right. So a bolt flies towards Squawk, but you're going to get partial cover on this, Squawk.
I don't think it's gonna matter at this point.
I think it is.
What partial cover means? What?
It's +2 AC, so this does not
No,
hit.
this is not hit.
Barely. Let's see. Another one's going to come towards you with half cover, which is disadvantage, I think. Does anybody have the cover rules in front of them? Actually, I have it right
I
here.
think it's a plus to AC, right? Like 1 for 25, 2 for 50.
Half
3
cover.
for
Okay,
something
half
like
cover
that.
is the +2 to AC. All right, so one more bolt coming at you. +2 to AC. That'll hit you. 9.
Jesus.
All right.
Man, you're taking
Uh,
a walloping.
A bolt's coming at Jason.
Is there any cover applied to me because there's guys in front of me?
Well, it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
Well, there's guys right in front of me.
I know, but he rolled a 20. So if I
Yeah.
applied the cover, it would drop down to 18. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
You already
yeah,
used your
guess
reaction.
I did. As a weaker blow. Sucks.
So you take 8 damage as a bolt sticks into your leg.
I'm so mad now.
It's a race to see who's gonna die first, Jason or Squawk.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm about to Hulk out.
All right, you you hear a voice shout out from the east. Do you have them? Can you take them? And one of the thugs yells back, "We could use the help."
Oh my god, there's more.
Yeah.
So
So people holding their actions and just hanging back might want to move up and get into the general mix.
Nobody's hanging back and holding their actions.
all right.
I
so
was
this,
actually holding back on my action.
this is gonna come at Jason. Actually, let me hold on, guys, just a second.
Do you want to take a bio?
I'd like to find
Before
out if
Jason
I
dies.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
into the heap I go.
All right, we're gonna take. We taking a bio then?
Yep.
My backup sadly deserted me.
Sorry about that. We were on.
Troy, we're deciding.
Oh,
we're
no,
taking-
Yeah, good,
tell me
good.
what happened to me. Anyway, I'm still here, so tell me.
Oh
what
no, I'll wait for everybody to get back because it might be interesting.
happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
I'm sure it'll be fascinating. Fuckers. Leo. Man.
So while they're gone, we played some Gloomhaven last night, yesterday, Troy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. So we did the first campaign of the first map of like the tutorial campaign that they had that they released.
The first mission or
Yeah, the first mission of like the tutorial campaign.
of,
and
not of the main campaign?
Right, not the main campaign of the one that was on the interwebs.
Okay.
I think it went pretty well. I think we all liked it.
You only did that one.
Well, no,
we did that one, and then we did that one, and then we actually did the first campaign, the first
Okay.
one.
You did the first mission of the real campaign.
Yes.
Which remind me of the mechanic in that one. That was you have to go past the 2 doors.
Right.
And there's the skeletons in the final room.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
it was surprisingly D&D, like having to learn all the rules and like getting all the mechanics very early on was very much
Yeah.
like D&D, where you had to learn like so much early on, and then as you got into it, you could like progress more smoothly.
Well, especially as you figure out that like you've got some serious time pressure because of the way the card.
Right. As of right now, we are Nick is a human scoundrel, Zach
Mm-hmm.
is a spellweaver,
Yeah.
and I am a Crag Hart.
Nice. I play the brute.
Okay.
And
Brute
Mike
was
has-
I was having to choose because they chose theirs first. I was like,
Yeah.
Crag Hart or Brute, and I was like, well, a guy with the chest anus is gonna be more funny. So I went
Craghart's
with
pretty
that one.
cool. Craghart's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got a brute, a scoundrel, and a tinkerer.
Very similar, I'm sure, sort of dynamic there then of like support.
No,
and
it's, each
DPS
one of
and-
them is really different.
No, but I mean, it's like it's not like you have 3 like punchers. You know what I mean? And we don't either. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like we've got
yeah.
one sort of like ranged superpower. We got one sort of like, utility sneak attack, and we've got one sort of like punch. You know what I mean? For both.
So when you're flipping over, so I had a couple of mechanic questions. So when you're flipping over your modifier the attack modifiers, you keep flipping over until you don't see that until you don't see that arrow, right?
What?
the redraw arrow.
The
there's-
redraw arrow when you're
there's
looking
like a
when you're flipping
redraw.
over your modifiers.
That's
No,
what
no,
the
no,
book
so you-
said.
Oh no. Oh my god. Is that what you? Oh no. So if you flipped over an attack modifier that includes the redraw symbol, that means at the end of this turn, not of your turn, but of the whole turn, you have to reshuffle that deck.
Is that what
The
that
only-
means?
The only time you continue drawing is if you get there's special cards later, like
For advantage?
no, there are special cards that are like will like add like an elemental affinity to a thing and stuff like
Yes.
that. And that's when you can keep drawing, but you don't have any of those this early on.
Nah, we have those. I've got them. Everything I do is Earth.
I'm talking about the attack modifier cards, not your spell card.
Yeah, the attack modifier cards have.
Yeah, but Nick as a scoundrel would have like a +1, and then it'd have like the recursive arrow on it. What does that mean?
So that means I would get a +1 and then I shuffle it, and then I would shuffle that deck.
Yeah, the only 2 cards that should have the reshuffle symbol in it for you right now, 2X card and the miss card.
So the reshuffle symbol's like a green arrow that like sort of is like a hill that flips back on itself,
No,
right?
it's like two arrows in a loop like that, right?
Oh no, we're talking about
Oh.
one that's like a U-turn.
Hang
symbol.
on. We might have been using the wrong.
I think you guys were including like the cards that you're.
No, so I knew that. So I knew about the ability, because so that's like your class cards, right? Because your class cards.
No, there are also ability modifier cards that you add to the deck as you level up and you buy them.
Yeah, we were using that deck as our own
Whoa.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, so you guys
Nick-
were playing like you were like level 20.
Nick went through his entire modifier deck on one turn because it was all recursive +1s.
You should have 0 of those.
Okay, so 0 of those. So there's. Okay, so
I was like, how is that 12 damage?
So
You're
that
a
was the next
bonker.
point. So that was the next. So that was our next point. Is my next question is because then there's the monsters modifier deck, and then there's the non-monster modifier deck,
hmm
right? Okay, so that's what the two
You
decks
each
are.
have an attack modifier deck.
Oh my
Each player modifier deck has a little number in it. It'll say like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Right? There's 4 of those decks, 1 for each player. And then for the monsters, there's an M deck for all of them.
Okay, yeah. So good thing that was.
Zach
should
was,
not have-
Zach
should
was
not
a
have-
spellweaver, and he infused the battlefield with like everything, and then destroyed like 12 things.
You should not have
They're
any
all
attack modifier have the starburst symbol on it.
Okay.
That have like the asterisk. You have 0 of those.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, good,
You guys
yeah,
should
just the first one.
you guys really need to replay the first mission now.
Okay, we do because we definitely need to redo it just because we didn't do any of like.
Because
the
my guess
post-
is that was way too easy for you. And you guys are gonna get smushed by the second mission if you play it correctly. Without
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the second. Yeah, let's redo that. We'll do the tavern brawl portion again.
'cause the second no, not Tavern Brawl. Just do the first mission of the campaign again. The 3-room mission. It's fine.
Yeah, because Nick was like, I used all my modifier cards on that turn. And I was like, I have +7. I was like, whoa, you're a big.
All right, looks like Andy's back.
Okay. It's hilarious. All right, where's
right.
Gordon? Hiding
not
in the
Gord-
corner, as per usual.
so after you hear this, you
After we hear
Jason,
what?
Me
there was
being
a back
attacked.
and there was a back and forth between
Go get more.
one of the thugs and a voice to the east. Right, there was the hey, basically, do you got them or do you need help?
Oh,
And the
right,
other
right.
thug says we
Okay.
can use the help. Right. So after you've heard that, Jason, you see, let me count them. You see 3 glowing darts of magical force fly out from behind a bookshelf, snake through the air. All 3 hit you.
Okay, am I dead?
It's magic missile. You're fine.
I'm.
Well, maybe.
Okay, they hit you for a total of 10 force damage. Let's see.
And then a fireball comes on and hits you.
Fireball would be fine if it was well placed here. It could melt everybody. Like right yonder. Something was to explode everyone. 4 squares out. Or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares out from here. It'd be a death machine.
All right, you see, Yep. Okay, this is what he's gonna do. So Squawk, you see a red-robed individual run through the hallway to your south. As soon as he steps in the hallway, poof, turns into mist, reforms here,
These step
Okay.
fuckers.
and
Spell.
he turns towards you, puts his hand forward, and you see his hand start to turn to ice.
Oh fuck! I'm cold.
I'll counterspell it.
Okay.
Dude.
Go ahead.
Didn't you already use your reaction?
No.
Oh.
And I'm sorry.
Sure.
Let me pause here. We're gonna go back to Hiller Jason for a second. This all of that happened, but we've got to figure out a couple. Oh, no, that wasn't. I just.
Oh, yeah,
said
because
roll one,
magic
not one.
missile's a spell too.
Yep. And so is Misty Step. All right.
Actually, I thought that was what happened. Is that when he cast a magic missile, he then teleported himself.
No, this is a different guy.
So
I
you
can't see that.
see, Jason, the bookshelf that where those arrows came from. All of a sudden, it's on fire.
Nice.
That's
Is it though?
Shakes things up.
I mean, we're here looking for books. We don't want them aflame.
At this point, I don't
the,
give a shit.
The southern hallway where he turned into mist. All of a sudden, Squawk, you can hear a faint echo of music coming from that hallway.
Uh-oh. Do I recognize the music?
It sounds like a local or not a local, like a catchy tavern tune you might have heard on
Here
Airport
I go
90.
again on my own.
It's not Brian John. It's not Brian. Forget it. Brian. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
You know.
I know.
Okay.
Brian Adams.
All right.
That's
So
not Brian Adams.
you were gonna
No, it's
counterspell,
not.
Nick.
Yes.
What level are you counterspelling up?
3.
The highest.
Maximum.
Go ahead and.
Maximum. And then you have to do the thing. Oh my god.
Oh wait. So make a your spellcasting ability is a charisma. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Oh, fuck you, and you're learning how to counterspell me.
No, I'm not counterspelling you.
Charisma? I know, but you're countering my counterspell. Charisma check, you said?
I'm not countering your counterspell. This is
You
part
can
of the
counter a
mechanic.
counterspell. You can counter a counter.
Nice. Okay, so it actually worked. So you see the
Oh, thank
ice
God.
suck back into his hand. And then you rolled your 23 here.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Maybe.
All right, Squawk, you look at as you hold your hand out to cast your counterspell, you see all of your feathers turn blue.
Ah!
Okay.
Yeah, no, fine with it.
You blew yourself.
I do it myself? Yeah.
Rather do that than take 8d8 damage.
Birds singing in the dead of night.
Come here and
I'm a bluebird now.
Take these broken wings and
you are blue. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Only on the outside, Michael.
You've been waiting to blow yourself for so long.
Are we still waiting on you,
Yes, you
DM?
Yes, you are.
So complicated.
What's the holdup? It's not like you're controlling 19 characters at once.
Can't you just kill me and put me out of my misery already? Huck me into the pit.
Guys, we gotta kill one of these things at least. Come on.
Whoa.
Okay. So
I had two of them on the ropes up
What is
here.
this?
Oh my God.
let me do the this thing first.
I'm dead. Whatever this is. Anything that big, I'm dead.
Does he turn green?
This is good. Okay. Let me try to-
TPK. We're all done here.
Let me try to post this.
Good job, guys. we made a solid run of it.
Why did we go in this building?
You looked awesome.
All right, so all of you, all of you need to make a dexterity.
Dexterity, he says.
So,
Counter-
so you see,
It's
Counterspell?
20 points total, right?
Nick wouldn't even. Who could counterspell it?
Wait. It's 20 points total, right?
It's gonna be 20 points total. I'm
Then it doesn't matter. I'm down.
No. It's 20 or 10 if you make the save.
Yeah,
right.
and I have 9 points of health. So, down I go.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So you guys see, it starts to get cold, and you're shivering a bit, and you see this ice form on the ceiling and break off into chunks, collapsing to the ground. All right. So
I'm really
Nick,
blue.
you are gonna take 10.
Yep, I got that. I took it.
So Andrew, you take 20.
Oh,
Corbin 20. Gordon 10. And you want to use your inspiration? Oh no, wait, you don't have inspiration. So
oh, I could use inspiration.
Save it.
good.
Save
You
it.
haven't even made your, yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to it.
Save it to bring Jason back.
See, and Dex.
How does inspiration work with death saves?
It gives you advantage.
On
That's
one?
all inspiration ever does.
On one death save or on all of the death saves?
One roll.
All of
Inspiration
them
gives you
forever.
advantage on one roll.
Makes me permanently immune to death, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you see this ice hit the ground and leaves ice all over the ground, and you see the ground itself turn bluish white cold. You feel your boots start to stick into the ground. It's now difficult terrain.
Okay.
Okay, that'll be it.
So, just for, I did say that I'm not flying, like I'm off the ground, but I'm not flying, right? So, like, I'm not actually on the ground. I'm kind of like hovering.
You still take the
All
damage.
right,
though.
I'll
Oh, it took the
give
damage.
that.
That's fine. It's just
Yeah,
in
you
terms.
take the damage. Is it difficult terrain for him? Based upon the way I described it, I'll give it to him that it's not
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time. Future ice storms, I think the idea is that the hail is,
Okay.
but that's not the way I described it this time. So. It is your turn, Jason.
Oh my god. Okay, here comes my my save. This is never gonna work.
Oh.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
One success.
one up for me.
Gordon.
Fuck.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Hold on. Before you guys continue, I've got to do this for the. These two thugs didn't get their damage applied. And I'm sure you guys would like me to do that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Top left fails. Bottom right fails. So the one next to Zig dies outright.
Oh.
A big icicle comes right down into his head.
They're deadly, man. You
Uh,
gotta clear them off your porch.
The other one
Have you ever seen Cliffhanger?
in very bad shape.
I saw that one episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
It was devastating.
Gordon.
Shit. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move to the right of Squawk, to the east of Squawk. What's the green on the dude? There, the green
You don't
dot. Okay.
It's arcane mysteries. It's not for you to know.
Well, I'm gonna whack that guy with my sword.
Okay.
Are you though?
No, I am.
Fucking spells, man. They always
On
are you
his
though.
fucking rolls.
That will not hit.
+8 and you got an 11?
That will.
Christ on a crutch.
I haven't rolled, like, that's the first roll I've had above a 6, like, all night.
How do you get 2 attacks with it?
It's an
It's a
invocation.
hexblade.
It's, well, no, as a hexblade with your level 5 invocation, you get Thirsting Blade.
Okay.
It's thirsty. Meryl is thirsty.
All right. Gordon, are you wrapped or?
Yeah. I'm,
Okay.
that's what I do.
Okay,
Walk.
just over here dying. Then whatever, that's fine.
I don't even know where you are.
I
would come
can't,
running to you, but I don't know where you are.
Yeah, I don't see you either.
I see him now, but I couldn't have gotten to him without taking attacks. And
No,
you made your death save, so,
I did.
for now, anyway.
For now, I'm not dead.
Are you east of me? I have no idea.
You don't. Sigmundo does not know.
Part
Everything's,
once, Chris.
everything's
For the-
east of you.
For the time
Alright,
being, I
Squawk,
am north
Squawk.
of death.
You're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my disengage action. I want to like reach down and grab some of that ice and throw it in his face as I
Okay.
disengage from him. And I'm
Yep.
gonna fly back to like where. I'm just gonna fly back to here.
Okay.
So as I'm flying backwards, do I see anything else? Because I know that there's been arrows being shot around. Do I perceive any other kind of danger around me? Being visible to anything?
I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. There are, you know, that there are.
I'm okay with this
in the
right
southern
here.
tunnel.
And as a bonus action, I want to I'll inspire Gordon. No, I'll inspire. Yeah, I'll inspire Gordon with my bardic inspiration.
Okay. Corbin, currently hidden. Well, or at least you think you are.
So I get what, half movement speed here?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to move up behind Jason. I'm going to try to sneak up as best I can, as roguey as I can.
Okay.
So what creep?
Creep.
I have a question. I already moved, but for later, can I use? I can't use like stabilize with this mage hand, correct?
With the mage legerdemain? Gosh, let's see. Let's.
With your
I
I don't think so. I just wanted to double check.
Oh wow, oh wow.
No, because it specifically calls out the 3 actions you can do. You can stow an object, you can retrieve an object, or you can use thieves' tools. Those are the only 3 things that it can do.
Retrieve my soul.
No, not your soul.
Does
Retrieve it.
Jason have? Why can I not see Jason's? Jason. I guess I wouldn't know since I can't see his information if he has a healing potion. So
I don't.
I
It's
will.
gone. I drank all them shit.
Just retrieve it.
I will attempt to stabilize him.
Okay.
Thank you.
I believe. Let me just look.
It's a medicine roll.
In medicine.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
DC 10 typically.
Yeah, we long ago drank anything that could help fix us.
Yep.
That's
Go
not
ahead
true.
and make a medicine
I
check.
got one.
Because of all the danger we're always in, except for Zigmundo.
I
It
have
is a DC
some.
10 medicine check. You're right.
Oh,
That'll
hold on a
do it.
second. Wait. Before we go.
Inspiration? Hmm?
I just want to know. He's already got a -1. What does the rest of his stats look like, real quick?
They're bad.
They're
I'm
bad.
at -1 wisdom, which is what this is,
They're bad.
Okay.
because my
You know
spell
what?
spell is intelligence.
Would you appreciate inspiration, or shall I hang on to it?
I mean, I can give it another shot. I'm -1. I can.
All right, YOLO. Here, I give him my inspiration.
Yes.
Wow. All right, Jason, you're back up to 1 HP.
Is that true?
I think, right?
No.
Kill boy! No!
Oh
shut
no,
up,
no,
kill
you're right. You're
boy!
right. You're still at 0. Just death. check.
Just
Kill boy.
you're not bleeding out anymore. You're just
Yeah.
unconscious.
I'm
So
saved.
clear out the success. You don't longer have any.
You're saved
successes
until
or
those big fucking guys next to you hit you again.
Or until I cast that spell again.
Or until I pull out the amazing wacky wand.
You got like a healing.
And I'm going
All right.
to use. I'm going to
Oh,
use my cunning
sorry.
action to hide.
Behind the pillar?
Move.
Corpse.
I can't move.
In the shadow
Um,
of my corpse?
Is this
Underneath my body?
Is this a bench here?
That is a
The
bookshelf.
bookshelf.
A bookshelf. Okay, I really can't.
Crawl into the
Then
bookshelf.
Crawl under my corpse?
I'm gonna straight just disengage. Then I'm gonna use the cunning action to dash. Excuse me.
Okay, the dash. Okay.
I'd be surprised about that for
Oh
sure.
my god, I'm gonna take so many fucking arrow shots in a minute.
And I'm gonna go back to where I was.
Yeah, welcome to my world, man.
Okay.
Front line is rough business.
All right, Zigmundo.
I am. Shit. All right. I'm going to. Let me see here. I'm gonna move 10.
Okay.
10 feet.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a look at that bloke right there,
Yep.
and I am going to magic missile his ass.
All right.
Oh shit! I almost clicked the macro. Let me just go ahead and freaking roll the magic missile stuff. And I believe it is going to be a 1d4 plus 1 for me.
Okay. So just cast that 3 times.
Yep. Two, 3.
Okay. So
Wow.
collapses to the ground, falls down face forward.
There's
Now
the
go ahead and
roll.
roll a D100 for me, please.
You got it, buddy.
He only rolled. Oh, never mind.
Don't like it.
That's JD's number.
Don't like it. It's bound to kill us.
Does that mean we're all gonna cut on fire?
Ooh, too soon.
No two things are not on fire.
As soon as the missiles leave your, see them embed in the guy, he starts to fall forward, and then you blink out of existence for a second. For a second, you're floating in space,
Oh no, I'm an alternate plane.
and then
Ground control.
you
to
find
me.
yourself among a series of bookshelves and bottles of alchemical fluids.
Do I see any rare combustible oils?
Oh god.
You can look on your next turn.
Yeah, they fled from the Earth many years ago in this world. We need those.
All right, so that's the end of my turn. All right,
That is the end of
can I
your
take a move
turn.
action?
Yeah, you have up to, well, you have 20 more feet because you used
I
10
do
feet
I
of
do
your
have 21 feet. Shit. I blinked out of existence and whatnot.
This is Major Zig
yeah, I'm
to
gonna
ground
move one
control.
left. And one back right, and thus ends my turn.
Okay.
I'm stepping
Well,
into
I had
Alright,
to
that's
see what I
enough,
had to
that's
see. Right?
All right.
I'm grabbing all the oil.
So, Orvex, can he even get to you? Yeah. He barely gets to you, Gordon. He's Zigmundo just disappeared. And he looks behind you and sees this other, this kind of older, wizened gentleman with a gray and red beard. He says, Dyrax? What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
That'll be the end of Orvex's turn.
Oh no. I don't like this one, Vince.
Oh. I can't respond to that.
It's an evil Orvex!
You could do a quick response, but not gonna be like a back and forth yet.
I'll say Dyrax, if you know Orvex, you know we mean you all no harm.
All right. So let's deal with the other non-Dyrax guys first. So do something here. This goes away now.
Nick, are you like strategically only putting half your face on camera?
We're on blue now, so
Bada-bee-da.
All right, Squawk.
Da-da-dee-da-da-da.
Flies through the hallway.
What song will this episode be named after? So difficult to know.
So Squawk, I'll give you partial cover for this.
okay.
But I think it still hits for 8 damage as a crossbow bolt flies
It does, and
sneaking
I'm
between
down.
columns. All right, so Squawk is down.
-9, you said?
-8.
-8.
And let's see, this guy is get here. Get here. Get here. Here. Here.
Dead
All right.
birds walking.
Let's see. So Dorban, a thug charges toward you and swings his mace at you. Missing.
Nice.
Swings
Missing.
again. 14.
Hits.
Hits. So hits you for 5 damage.
I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge.
As a reaction, or
I think that would be
Wow.
okay, yep. So
My reaction,
is that rounded up? I think it rounds up, right? So it'd be 3 damage instead of 5.
okay.
And a crossbow bolt flies at you as well. So I'll hit you for 10.
Ah.
All right, so there is a mace swung at you, Gordon, with advantage. Missing. Gonna swing at you again with advantage. Misses. A crossbow bolt flies at you. The first one, sorry, I didn't mean to do it twice. So missing.
Well, they all miss. So you were going to do another
the second
one,
didn't. The second one didn't happen. But yes, there will be another one.
which was the 13-4, which didn't hit.
No, I'm gonna roll again, but this one also misses. Okay, and let's see. Good. Yes. All right. So Dyrax looks kind of past your shoulder, sees Orvex, and says, "Orvex, can't believe you're still alive," and then disappears.
That's it? Fuck.
I can't believe he's still alive either.
I guess it's a fair question. It's a
It's pretty shocking.
strained credulity.
Let's see,
More capable people than him have died.
And then he will yeah, he will go ahead and cast suggestion at you, Gordon, and say, "Surrender."
All right, what does that mean? What do I do? Wisdom.
You gotta cast a wisdom saving throw.
What's my goal here?
Please make it. Your goal is to make the wisdom saving throw.
I got bad
Spell
news.
Sorry.
It's gonna be DC 14.
You
You also have a D8.
So you can.
Oh,
you can
and I
describe
used
what
my
you do.
inspiration to on a Hail Mary.
You need an 8.
You need an
Yep.
8. Never gonna.
I
No,
won't
it's
do
a
it.
2. And it's a 2.
Okay, so what? So you can kind of describe what you do.
I
Like, what are the
surrender.
first few seconds of what you do?
I
Yeah, but
don't
what does that
fucking
mean?
know. I do whatever the worst possible thing for our party is because that's how this is going. I guess I drop my sword and throw my hands up.
All right. Okay.
And can I say and I encourage my party to do the same.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. You can do that.
I say, gentlemen, we should surrender. We've come to the wrong building and picked the wrong fight.
Okay. So that will be it for their turn. So Jason, you're just hanging out.
Squawk says nothing in agreement.
Gordon, you are surrendered.
Hanging out.
So
yeah.
I believe you can make a.
Like a wisdom saving throw?
Let's see. Does it let you try to break out of this?
Of what?
It must be because suggestion is like an 8-hour deal. So you
Okay,
must.
so it can last up to 8 hours.
Right.
So it looks like you're still like
He can't do a
no,
throw?
You're still surrendered.
Yeah, that's fun.
He gets one and that's it? God, that's a good.
The
You
plus
can do
side,
something as long as so you I'll let you take your
If the
action
suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends. He did surrender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but I don't
already
think it's gonna surrender
100% complete.
When the
Surrender
subject finishes
bring the
what's been
sword.
asked to do.
Like he has to like this. The purpose of the spell is like he has to believe that he has. That said, I would let you take another action that doesn't conflict with that.
No, and again, I'll encourage. I want to yell to our attackers and say, I want to encourage my party members to surrender. I want to scream and say, "Men, we must surrender. Again, we've picked the wrong fight. Let's save our friends if we can, but let's drop our swords and leave this place." And I'll say to them, and I'll say, we will surrender to you.
Your friends, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm yelling out. I know they're around, but I'm just and I'll turn to the enemy and I'll say again, we came here meaning you no harm, and we will surrender to you if you'll let us go.
Okay. And they start to come forward towards you. Weapons lowered. They're not making any kind of aggressive stance towards you, but they are moving towards you. So it's gonna be Squawk. It's gonna be your turn. And by the way, I see you've updated to -4. That's not the way it works. You can't ever go below 0.
All right, I just didn't want to be stabilized at 0. That's why I did that.
Yeah, but you are at 0. And
You made your death
death save, so go ahead and mark off a success.
Nice.
Big deal.
Of all the
Corbin.
rolls to make, these are the ones we want.
Well, I would be piqued to have heard that coming from Gordon. As I've been traveling with him, he'd be the one I would trust the most. I think what I would try to do here is I would use my cunning action to disengage here.
Okay.
I want to back up to behind Squawk and give a I'd like to put my crossbow down on the ground in a sense of I know I'm putting it out away in a kind of giving up fashion after what I heard from Gordon, and I'd want to attempt a stabilize.
Okay.
God.
Just want to chew up some worms and just pour it in my wounds.
And I'll
And-
just
and-
kind of like stand close to him.
Just to check, you have a medicine kit, right? So I don't think we can really stabilize without
without a medicine kit. Okay.
Sure you can.
I don't.
healer's kit.
Just chew up some worms and spit it in his wounds.
Okay. Well, I mean, in this instance, I guess it didn't do anything. But I'm gonna set my crossbow down on the ground, kind of put a hand kind of half up over the top of Squawk.
Okay. So let me just look at. So can you 5e stabilize?
You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature and attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check. Stable creature doesn't make death saving throws, even though it has 0 hit points. Doesn't remain unconscious. Creature stops being stable and must start making death saving throws again if it takes any damage.
I see. So healer's kit lets you do this without making the medicine check.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Fine
Okay.
one.
All right. Zigmundo.
I want to be clear to everyone. I've heard none of this. I'm not even in the same place you guys are. I want everybody to know that before any of my following actions occur.
It's been good playing with you fellows. I'll start thinking of my next character. Oh
Can
my
you
god.
See like where I am?
No.
I can see. They can't.
I
No, we
will.
can't. No.
Obviously, Troy.
So
can see.
Troy, he could not hear me when I was yelling that?
You could hear the muffled. You could hear a muffled version of that, Zigmundo. I'll let you make a perception check. I'll do a DC 10 to be
Do I
able to see if you
want-
could.
He
Do I
just
want-
met you like 30 minutes ago also. So I mean
All right, you were able to piece most of that together.
context clues.
I feel heroism coursing through my veins.
For the first time ever, Zigmundo feels hero.
Charge!
Oh my god.
Okay, so So first off, Troy, can I identify what the hell is around me? Like, I'm not like I'm looking for like a perception, not like an investigation.
Yeah. So just looking around, you see that the room has you're standing in a big pool of liquid, first of all. So that's one thing you notice. And all around you are shelves containing potions. You see a table next to you with an elaborate alchemical setup. You see a pair of tall metal rods with large metal spheres atop each of the rods, close together. And you see dozens of bottles, many of which are empty. Many of them are broken, but several of them are full of some unknown liquid around you.
How big are the bottles? Are they wine bottles? Are they small bottles? Are they
Varying sizes, but generally of the potion bottle size.
okay?
And it's dark where you are; you can barely see.
I know
you have dark vision. Dark vision does require some light. There's enough light for you here to make all this out, but not naturally. Not
well,
lit
I'm not looking to read fine print, but what I'd like to do is I see the bottles, and I mean, would I know them to be like potion bottles, being who I am?
Yeah, you would know that these they look like potion bottles. So you don't know what's in them.
No, of course not. No, but I would like to scoop up a handful of them and shove them in my belt pouch.
Okay, so how many is a handful?
I would say, I mean, if they're like 1 ounce bottles, like 5 or 6.
Okay.
If they're a little bit bigger, then maybe
you go chink, 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 chink. You kind of throw some onto the ground, and you find 6 that have some sort of liquid in them and put them in your
great
pack.
So I have 6 mysterious.
That'll be your action to do that.
So, okay, very good. I assume I could tell the direction from which I heard
it was coming from the sound was coming from the south.
All right, so very good. I'm gonna move southernly.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. All right, so that's 15. Oh, I do see that guy now. So I'm gonna surrender. I'm gonna put my hands up, and I'm gonna let him know that, hey, I'm surrendering in 2. And I come over to about here, and I just I kneel down on the floor with my hands up.
Okay. All right. So for Orvex's turn, he sees Gordon, and he just follows suit and says, "Yes, we surrender. We surrender. No need to go to directs. And Zegmira, if you're here, this is Orvex. We mean you no harm. All just a misunderstanding. Just a misunderstanding." Let's see. Is there anybody else that's not surrendered? I don't think so. Squawk, go ahead and make one more death saving throw.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh.
All right.
Dude.
So over the next few seconds, Dorbin you're able to finally stabilize Squawk. He remains unconscious, but is no longer bleeding out. Same for Jason.
Oh my God.
Squawk is still blue. All of his feathers remain blue, head to toe.
Sweet.
And they gather you up. You see them. You see kind of frantic shouting from the east as they put out a fire on the bookcase there. They put out that fire, drag you guys all into a large room to the east, filled to the ceiling. This is a larger, taller room. This is about 20 feet tall. It's got kind of that library ladder that swings all the way around the perimeter of the room on rails. They bind your hands as they pull you guys together into this room. Several of you still unconscious.
Am I unconscious?
You are still unconscious. Yeah, and I think we should at least pause it here. I'm gonna.
Am I unconscious long
say-
enough to take a long rest?
No, that's not the way unconsciousness works. So we really have a couple options here. We could end it early tonight. I could spend,
Yeah, man, we
5 minutes
lost.
setting things up.
We're taken prisoner.
I think actually I think that would be my preference, is to do it a little bit early tonight. And
So you can work out what to do when we're taken prisoner by an enemy faction.
By a bunch of peons.
Yeah, because like the liches wouldn't take us prisoner, right? But the red wizards might. So it's like,
yeah, no, they would totally take you prisoner, so that's legit. And I want to work through. I obviously didn't prep for that, so.
Yeah. This opens up a lot of interesting opportunities for next week, though. Like we could be interrogated individually. It's like who knows where they took our stuff. No, but I mean, like as a DM, it's just
I've got a pretty good idea for what is going to be involved, but I don't think we have time to get into it.
Right.
So
that's fair.
I'd say let's return a little bit of your guys' sleep schedule back to you.
Thank you.
Not that I want it, but this was a disaster. Such a mess. I was so close to killing those guys, but maybe it's best that I didn't now that we're taken prisoner.
Well, it's like we kept getting.
I missed all my shots too.
Yeah.
We kept getting like simultaneously really good rolls right next to really terrible rolls.
I don't think we needed to fight them in general. Like I don't.
Red wizards are bad, I guarantee it.
They are, but it doesn't mean we need to fight them. Like there's way like we don't need to fight everything. And
I offered them diplomacy. I said, "Hey, let's."
That may be on me a little bit.
Came out shooting.
And all they did was fire a warning shot. Like they weren't.
That's all I did. I didn't hurt anyone. My warning shot was just a lot better than theirs.
All right, guys. Well, while we're losing at this game, may I suggest those of you who are forced to watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette, join